Hey guys, and welcome back to another Warframe video. Today on What Frame Is That, we're going to take a look at the third and final starter frame, Volt. So Volt, being an electric type Warframe, he's going to use electricity in one way or another with all of his abilities. His passive, he builds up an electrical charge that'll be unleashed on his next target, kind of like static electricity shocking them. Health of 300, armor 15, very low armor, shields of 450, energy at 150. Overall, he's well-rounded with the exception of armor. Alright, so Volt being focused on electricity, he has shock, speed, electric shield, and discharge as his abilities. So he comes with a Midori or a V polarity in the aura slot, so you're looking for Deadeye, growing power, pistol rifle, or shotgun amp. Steel charge would be the preferred aura. He also comes with a Nerimon or a dash polarity and another Midori or a V before you add any forma to him. Alright, so here we have kind of the standard configuration. Energy siphon, flow for extra energy, intensify for extra power strength, streamline for efficiency, stretch for range, continuity, redirection, and vitality. So this is what we'll use for this run. Thankfully, due to the two polarities that came with it, I was able to get everything to fit on and still have 1 point left over. Alright, so let's talk about Volt's abilities. First ability, Shock. Launches a shocking projectile. It stuns and deals high damage to a single target and then chains to nearby targets. So with a base cost of 25 energy, you can bring that down to 18 with a max rank Streamline. You cast this ability in the direction of an enemy, and any enemies that are nearby will get the same effect. The stun that it does is not that great, so it's not typically a crowd control ability, but if you're in a bad situation, this can be just the little bit you need to get out of it. Volt's second ability is Speed. So Speed grants a brief movement speed increase, which affects all allies in range. When you cast it, Volt and any nearby party member will gain movement speed, so they can run faster, jump faster, do all the things faster. At a base range of 25 meters, it's pretty effective in small areas. However, in larger maps, you can definitely outrun your group. So you may want to watch when you use it and how frequently you use it, just to make sure that everyone can keep up with you. With a duration starting at 10 seconds, it's not very effective, but you can mod for it to increase the duration, and it'll become very effective. As a nice side effect, it'll also increase the reload speed for you and all of your party members, and it'll allow for faster melee attacks. Now, one of the better things that I like to do with this is mod heavily for efficiency and for actual speed to allow for runs around the plains to go and farm those little wisps. It definitely saves you some time, especially if you need just a couple really quickly. You can run out on the plains, grab a couple wisps, come back to the door, reload the instance, and head back out and do it all over again. And if you mod correctly and you have enough energy, you can get through an entire run in less than 5 minutes. Alright, Volt's third ability, Electric Shield. Volt deploys an obstacle of energy, providing cover in any situation. With a base cost of 50 down to 35 with a max ranked Streamline, Volt puts a shield down, which other party members can shoot through, allowing their projectiles to gain an electrical charge. So if your weapon is not modded for electricity, it will gain an electrical charge, or, allow you to do additional damage. Additionally, Volt can actually pick up the shield and move around with it. At base, it's 1 energy per 4 meters of distance traveled while carrying the shield. To start with, it only has a duration of about 25 seconds. You can mod up to a much higher with additional duration mods, but to start with, it's very effective to keep you out of trouble and potentially to defend a point. So Volt's fourth and final ability, Discharge, paralyzes nearby hostiles with a damaging electric charge. This also will shock approaching enemies. So with an area of effect, Volt will cast an electrical bubble. that will stun and electrocute any enemies within that range. The base cost is 100, and you can get it down to 70 with a max ranked streamline, so it's very costly. It didn't scale well until just recently because of some game mechanics, and you don't have any way to increase the duration. So even modding for duration, it won't allow you to have that duration of 4 seconds go up any higher. So if you didn't pick up Volt in the beginning stages of Warframe, you'll have to get the blueprints from your clan's dojo. So head over to the dojo, make your way into the Tenno lab, and all 4 blueprint parts are available in the Tenno lab, provided your clan has completed the research requirements. They'll cost you 80,000 credits to replicate. Once you've replicated the blueprints, you'll need an additional 70,000 credits, 1 Auric cell, a control module, a neural sensor, 2 Morphics, 150 alloy plate, 150 polymer bundles, 220 plastids, 500 salvage, 800 rubido, and 1,000 ferrite. Once you've got all that, you can start construction on the parts. Once the parts are completed, you can start construction on the frame. Then you just wait 72 hours and the frame is ready to play. Some final thoughts. In my opinion, Volt can hold his own both in group or solo situations. He's flexible and synergizes well in a group dynamic. The only thing really reducing his survivability is his low armor value, but his shield and speed more than make up for that. He's maneuverable and allows him to get in quickly, do some damage with discharge, and then run away should that need arise. In groups, he can protect a point with his shield and stun large groups of enemies, allowing other players to just tear him down. He's great on the plains, finding caches quickly and helping the squad move from objective to objective, providing a damage boost with his shield during a terrorist hunt, and giving some crowd control through a stun with discharge. Overall, Volt's a strong frame. With decent survivability, he can greatly enhance your group or solo play experience. He's one of the easiest frames to get. None of the blueprint farming RNG luck. You only need the items required to build the blueprint and the credits required to replicate him. You can start building him. Once you're finished, you can get to playing right away. If you haven't already made and played with Volt, there's no time like now to do it. I'm sure your group will appreciate it. But guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I do want to thank you a bunch for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode.